Are they throwing you under the bus?
Oh, of course not. You know, look, I take responsibility. I'm in charge of the State Department, 60,000 plus people all over the world, 275 posts. The president and the vice president certainly wouldn't be knowledgeable about specific decisions that are made by security professionals. They're the ones who weigh all of the threats and the risks and the needs and make a considered decision. In the wake of an attack like this, in the fog of war, there's always going to be confusion. And I think it is absolutely fair to say that everyone had the same intelligence. Everyone who spoke...
Bad intelligence,
well,
it seems,
everyone
though.
who spoke tried to give the information that they had. As time has gone on, the information has changed. We've gotten more detail. But that's not surprising. That always
doesn't
happens.
make any sense whatsoever. She was saying something different than the White House was saying, and they all had the same evidence? What? This is what happens to a country when you have a press that is complicit. I guess Hillary ended up being the one to answer the call at 3 o'clock in the morning. She says the buck stops right there at the State Department. However, in 2008, she had kind of a different take on things.
This is one of the most important elections in our country's history. I believe we need a president who believed what Harry Truman believed, that the buck stopped in the Oval Office.
Right. I still believe that. Why has she changed her mind? Why would she bother taking the fall for Obama? I mean, it's the Clintons. I mean, what could anybody possibly have on them that we don't already know? If you don't take the call, we're going to expose your husband's philandering ways. What? Everybody knows that? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. The buck stops with the president, period. Yes, the ambassadors do fall under the Secretary of State. She has some responsibility. But they are appointed by the president, and they all work for him, not her. And here's another piece that just doesn't make any sense. Hillary blames the fog of war for the conflicting messages, a.k.a. lies, told by the administration in the aftermath of the attack. The idea that the president had no idea what was going on is about as likely as Michael Moore being the cover of the swimsuit edition of Sports Illustrated. Here's why. They had real-time video of this attack. There's surveillance cameras, but they also had live videos from a drone overhead. Technology has advanced so much. Well, let me explain, because a lot of people don't understand how this new technology works. Let's say this is the embassy in Benghazi, okay? Benghazi. Here's a guy here, and he's got a shoulder fire missile, and it's going, and it's right there, okay? He's got legs, of course. All right, there he is. Now, burning cars. The safe house is on fire as well. But up above is a drone. This is the U.S. drone. This one, for some reason, has a propeller on it. And what they're doing is they're taking a picture of this, and then it's magically beamed to something called a satellite. Right here goes a satellite. And then that picture is moved down right here and goes probably through a cable or something, maybe, into the White House. Now, this is a moving picture. I don't know if you've ever seen any of these moving pictures before. They're very, very interesting. This is an example of one. This is a picture of a horse, and all these moving pictures is one frame on a camera, but it'll make it look like the horse is moving. That's not actually a horse. No, I had to check. That's not actually a horse behind there. That's a moving picture in real time in this particular scenario, and it's transmitted to something called a television screen. Now, he might have even watched this moving picture and said, I see dead people. That's how newfangled technology and forward thinking the White House is. I mean, sure, it's been around forever. I think it wasn't even new in the Patriot games. You remember that movie that came out in 1992? Well, there it is. Look, here he is, CIA guy, watching, real time. Uh-oh, it's a raid. What's going to happen? Hey, wait a minute. Let me see. Let me show you another way. Okay, I can demonstrate how this works. This is what we call a television camera. Now, this one is a color television. Oh, not a lot of people have color television. But this one, if you'll see in the back, there's a little place here where the operator puts on a headset so he could talk to whoever's going to receive these moving pictures. He takes this camera, and this controls right here, this controls. You focus just like that. It's just that easy. So he's watching the picture here, and it's picked up on these lenses right here. These lenses. This captures this scene. See over here? Take one, please. This will capture this scene if you had one of these cameras. Now, the ones in the drones, they're probably much bigger than this. This is state-of-the-art technology, but not made for an airplane. But this picture is beamed way up into space, and then it travels down magically into a box, probably very similar to this one in the White House. Someday, they tell us, these boxes will be in every house, and some houses may even have two. Let's see what we can see. We have the camera shooting the Oval Office. Oh, look! In the magic box, there it is. It's the president. He's watching, what is he watching there? Oh, real time. That's right. Watching in real time the killing of Osama bin Laden. So he does have this magic box. Maybe the president should have gone to the movie room. By the way, the live drone scenario I just gave you has been confirmed. They had it real time. Why are they telling you about the movie? They're lying. Maybe Hillary took the fall too soon. Obama could have blamed Harrison Ford and James Earl Jones for that bad intelligence. That would actually be more believable than the current argument. The White House is clearly lying. And even if Obama didn't watch it real time because he was on his way to Vegas or he was sleeping or playing golf, it would stand to reason, at least to me, that after an ambassador died, someone might review what spilled out of the little magic box before the president went on television himself blaming protesters that don't exist. This is why this is so important, because if the press doesn't hold the feet to the fire on this one, what's going to happen next time? That's a scary question, but it's already being answered. When you really look at what likely happened in Libya, follow this. Here's my theory.